Hey, you. Yeah, you. You want to make Hoi 4 portraits, or maybe other graphics, but you don't have the specs, you don't have the necessary apps or tools, or you don't want to watch 5-hour-long videos dedicated to making vanilla or Kaiser-like portraits. Well, have I got the video for you, buddy, old pal, old chum, old buddy. This right here tutorial is going to teach you how to start making Hoi 4 portraits just using your phone and an Ibispaint app. Simply, all you need is a source photo, Ibispaint, a phone, and some general knowledge how to use the app, which honestly it's not that hard to learn, so just check out a bunch of tutorials on how to use that.
First things first, we're gonna be getting ourselves a source. I'm gonna be using Papandopoulos from one of my favorite Soviet movies. Yeah. Papandopoulos will make a great source. So, first and foremost, of course, naturally, you will have a So naturally, you're gonna have a black and white photo. So I'm just gonna try and emulate that by turning off the color of the photo of Papandopoulos. First, you set your canvas size to 156 by 210. Then you take in your source photo and make it fit the screen. The head there should be a nice head to portrait ratio. I'm sure you're aware of framing. Next, I'm gonna go to filter, I'm gonna adjust the color, and I'm gonna grayscale it so that we can all be on the same page here. Then, I'm afraid this is the only thing you're not gonna be able to do it from in Ibispaint as opposed to Photoshop, and you're gonna have to erase the background manually. So unless there's a way to actually automatically remove the background without fucking up the portrait, then really, do tell, because I have been doing this for too fucking long. Let's just bada bing, bada boom. There you go. Turn on the transparency, just to clean up any of the edges. You should probably do that too. Turn on the transparency button down here. Next, what you do is you go import the Hoi 4 background, the portrait background, if I could fucking find it. Here, put it there. Next, you wanna color it, so you turn off you hide the portrait background. You go to the first layer, you turn on overlay, and you pick out, a color between 20 degrees and 18 degrees, whichever fits. Now, Papandopoulos himself, he was a little brown, so 20 degrees, 32 saturation, and 59 brightness shall do. Next up, you just simply fill them up. Now I'm too lazy, so a little trick. You can use the bucket to disinclude anything that you don't want if you want the color in. Usually. Unless you feel like being a little precise, you could just use your eraser. The eraser. That's an option. Then we do color zones. Color zones, which is where blood flow would be more prominent, or maybe where suntans are, you know. Personally, I like to put orange in the ears, red around the cheeks. A little trick is using the shadows around the eyes to make the eye bags, if you will. Let's see. Then you use the blur to blend it together. Next, for the mustache, simply just make it blank. But of course, blend it. Always blend it. Lips, we'll have to wait. We're going to do his 5 o'clock shadow, which is just a really dark blue at very low opacity. That's the 5 o'clock shadow. You blend it, then you pull out the red, half the opacity, maybe a little farther depending on you. You color in the lips, blend, And then you go brown. At least personally, I'd prefer using brown rather than black on facial hair. Same thing with the eyebrows. Papandapoulos' eyebrows are rather thick. Same thing for his hair. Then for his eyes, you never use pure white. You always use gray or a varying according to the lighting. Let me just get this properly. Now, eye color, be damned. In some cases, it won't be much of a bother if you don't color in the eyes. Never use solid colors when making portraits, because then it would just look horrible. At least never use colors that are extremely bright. Or saturated, that's the fucking word. Now, that's another neat trick. Because it's a transparent background, you can just hide the current portrait, and you could copy the color from here. It doesn't work if I was just a normal background, see? Next up is the fact that he's shirtless. We're just gonna... Yeah, really, it's not that hard. Maybe a little bit of blue down there. You're really feeling it. Body colors is not exactly part of the portrait, it's not really part of the portrait tutorial, but very useful. You get what I'm saying. You never know. Portrait might be shirtless, for all I know, but oh well. Now, if you're feeling too lazy, it's okay to just color it all and leave it as is. Because frankly, no one's gonna be looking too deep. You don't want to put too much detail, because you gotta remember that this is gonna be a really small portrait under someone's desk general or some shit like that. And just gonna finish up the coloring. And then finally, it's this little feather thing. Now this little feather thing is a very special thing, because what you do is, because it's such an inconsistent thing, you just simply pull out your brush, your blur brush, and do that, and blur its edges. Simple as. And that is quite simply the end of it. That's everything. And next, you go to Effects, you go to, where was it? Style, and then you give it a glow. What the fuck? No, wait, not glow. Where was it? Water drop effect, setting. An outer glow of black. Lower that to 5 or maybe 4, depending on you. Personally, I don't like to use this, but it's there. It's there for you. What I like to do is just do this. I duplicate the layer. I make another layer. I turn on clipping. I paint it black. Merge the two. Turn on the blur and set it to 15. And like that, it works like a charm. And we turn on the thing. Boom. Hoi 4 portrait. Just like that. A Hoi 4 portrait of Papandapoulos. And that is how you make a Hoi 4 portrait, I think. Do remember that this is the first time, so if they fucked up on any of the details, and it's completely my fault, because I suck at this YouTube thing, at this video making thing, but it's all I can offer. I hope I was able to help, and see you nerds in the next, 7 years.